Hey friends, if you're an esthetician who is looking to grow, to build their clientele, and to just gain clearer vision in this industry, then you're definitely going to want to watch this video. I'm going to be sharing 3 mistakes that I've made as a solo esthetician, and you might think that these are mistakes that I made long time ago, but no, these are some mistakes that I'm realizing now, being 7 years as a licensed ESTI and 5 years into my solo practice. And I've just been sharing you through my real and raw journey, and I'm going to continue to do that. So be sure to grab your pen and paper, because I believe that these mistakes are things that you could avoid and that could help you thrive and elevate and be more successful in your own journeys. I have some amazing announcements to make in this video as well, so be sure to watch to the very end. Join the community and let's get into it. Alright, you ready? Mistake number 1. I waited way too long to go to my first trade show. You guys saw that I went to the Dallas ICES trade show back in May with Lemieux, and we just had such a wonderful time. Be sure to watch the vlog if you haven't already. I showed you the behind the scenes, what you could expect maybe if you go to a show, and just the takeaways. Reflecting back on that the last couple weeks, I really realized that I waited way too long to go to my first trade show. It was so refreshing, it was motivating, it was educational, and it was just inspiring. It was so amazing to meet a handful of your beautiful faces and connect with you and hear your stories and just give me that reminder of what I'm doing. Oh, I'm getting the chills right now just saying this. Just a reminder of the impact that I'm doing with these videos, and I just love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, and I will continue to show up for you as long as you continue to show up for me. So give me some love in the comments, and maybe what city you're in, because I'd love to be able to visit a trade show near you and meet you face to face. Let me know if you're going to be going to the upcoming Las Vegas trade show. Me and Kristen will be attending that from June 21st to the 23rd, and I'll be there with Zemis Aesthetics, and I'm going to be teaching a class as well on Monday. More details to come, but I'm super excited to go to another trade show and see what that one has to entail, because I've heard that one's a little bit more than the Dallas show, so I'm excited for that. Going to the trade show, I met a handful of you who were esthetician students or just getting started in the industry, and claps to you, because I really do feel like that's a very smart move to do very early on in your career. Meet other brands face to face, meeting the teams and the people behind the brands that you might want to work with, trying out different products. They can do treatments on your hand, or let you try samples on your hand, or you can actually even receive treatments on yourself. I would recommend going to one of the days just to walk around, mingle, browse, hang out, and then the next day come barefaced, ready to receive treatments. There are people there getting their teeth whitened, spray tans, underarm treatments, facials. I know Lemieux was doing a handful of gua sha treatments. I did attend their Korean resculpting class as well. I learned a few new things, and that's just the cool thing about it, is you just never know who you're gonna meet there, what you're gonna learn, and it's just super fun and invigorating energy there. My next mistake that I feel like that I've made is that when I first opened up my business, I had come out of a spa that I felt I received really good training from, not just beginner level, but as well as advanced treatments. I felt very confident going into my own practice, and I think that's good to have confidence, but also to remember to stay humble and eager to learn. I do feel like because I just got caught up in the ins and outs of what comes with opening up a business, I lost track of that goal and that priority, and I do feel like I should have continued to gain more education outside of just watching YouTube and following other SC influencers. Although they share really great information and there's some amazing estheticians out there making content, I do feel like attending your brand's trainings and watching their resources they have on their portals. I realize though that there's not a lot of trainings out there that are not brand specific. Through my own experience and trial and error that I hope that you can avoid having to do, I decided I'm going to be getting back into the in-person trainings. I've been sprinkling this throughout my last handful of videos about our September training. If you are on our esthetician email list, you already received the info about this training. If you're not on that list already, go to my website and be sure to enter in your information into our email list. If you received your email, you received all the info, the early bird pricing, and I'm happy to announce that this training will be publicly released June 9th, coming up. This coming Monday will be the official launch of this training to the public, so you'll be able to see all the details about it, the pricing, what you can expect. And I just really feel like this is a training that you're not going to want to miss. We've already gotten a handful of applicants, and that's the perk of being on our list, is that you're going to get considered first before everybody else. And there's very limited spots to this training, so you're definitely going to want to check it out once that launches. But I created this with the hopes to help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made. You always, always, always need to be hungry and learning, no matter how educated or how long you have been in this industry, because things are always changing. And to not be afraid to approach anyone at a trade show who has a lot of followers, or talk to the CEO of that brand. I was blessed to meet Janelle Liu, the CEO and founder of Lemieux, and she was so down to earth and funny and knowledgeable and just a kick-ass woman, to be honest. And it was refreshing to meet someone that I feel like I could look up to and gain inspiration from. And so I know I can be a little shy. It might not seem like it, but I am definitely more of a shy person, and I get nervous when I'm like, well, I don't want to bother that person. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you see me and Kristen D at a trade show or an event, do not hesitate to come up to us, because we are just like you. God's just blessed me with a platform to share my knowledge and inspire, but I am a person just like you, and I would love to meet you and chat with you and answer your questions. And I encourage you to just do that to anybody in this industry. Now, I can't say that everyone will respond the way I would, but I would encourage you to just take a leap of faith, and I feel like the most successful estheticians are those who just go for it. Number 3, the third mistake, is just trying to be the yes girl. The girl who's just wanting to do it all. And this was more so in the beginning of my practice, and even now, I've been learning the last year and a half or so of just learning when to say no and how to create more balance to all of this, because thinking about the turtle and the rabbit in the race. And who ends up winning that race? The turtle, right? Because the rabbit is fast and beats the turtle right off the bat and burns out all of its energy, and the turtle did a slow and steady pace and ended up winning the race. And so if you are hoping to be in this industry for a very long time and have quality services and quality interactions, then you're going to want to give yourself a schedule and a regimen and a routine and habits that are going to help sustain you for the long term. Now, when I first started, I got fully booked in 6 months. I mean, I had a reason to be, right? I had a fire under me. I was a new single parent. I was barely making ends meet at that time, and it was the pandemic, so I had a fire in me to work on as many people as I could, offer as many services as I could. I wanted to do lashes and brows and makeup, and I did so much. And I felt like about 2 years into the business, being fully booked, thankfully I had made the decision to hire somebody, but I still took on a lot of responsibilities onto myself, and I just wanted to please everybody and do everything. I started trainings. I was doing a lot of that as well, but I just found myself starting to get really unhappy. I don't know what it was. I was losing my spark. I was losing my motivation, and I started to find myself just in a not great place mentally and physically. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want to be bitter toward this industry and be like, well, do I have to burn myself out to be successful? And I'm here to tell you, no, you do not. I don't have it perfected, but I've definitely created a better balance lately and made sure that I'm still able to connect with my child, with my friends and family, and still love what I'm doing. And so I've created more of a turtle type of of schedule and routine that I've been able to sustain the income that we've been bringing in and be a happier and healthier esthetician. And that's really the goal at the end of the day, is to give the best version of yourself to people. And the reason why I bring this up in ties to my very last exciting announcement is that you need to stay connected. That means, you know, being connected with me here on this channel and in person. I created this esthetician retreat with this in mind, and I've been sprinkling that in my last few videos too about the 2026 esthetician retreat, and I'm happy to announce that it is officially booked and set to launch also on June 9th. So be sure to check your email if you had filled out the survey for that retreat when I had first announced it. You're going to be getting the first info about this retreat. Now, I'll go into more detail in a future video, but just to give you the dates, it's from June 3rd to June 6th, 2026, and we are going to be going out of the country, y'all. I'm so excited. I did decide to make this a little bit of a shorter and closer retreat for the very first trip. That doesn't mean that we won't have a future one that's longer and further away, but I felt for what we received in the survey, it made more sense to have something that was a little shorter and closer to the US. Be on the lookout for that, but really my goal of creating this retreat is number one, also to learn and educate. We are going to be making the focus of this trip about branding, marketing, and social media, and creating influence, creating better balance to our lives, and some of the things that I do and others in the industry are doing, because we will be having some guest speakers there that have also built a wonderful platform for themselves or have careers in marketing. And it's just going to be a really amazing retreat. And number one, it's going to be to recenter, to connect with other people who are doing what you are doing. And I found myself feeling isolated in this industry sometimes. Thankfully, I have a YouTube channel and I have an employee, but I know a lot of you guys watching are just doing this on your own, and you don't have friends or other SDs that are nearby that you feel you can connect with. There's been kind of an energy it feels like over the years that we need to, you know, not talk to each other because you're competition, or, you know, you have this amount of followers and I don't. We're all estheticians at the end of the day, okay? I don't want you to feel like anyone is above you or below you. We are all estheticians and beauty service providers at the end of the day, and I want us to connect and I want us to create a community. This is about us supporting one another, and I've mentioned this before in a video that I feel like we need to support each other more online. You know, comment on our videos, like each other's posts. I've felt the need to say that a lot more these days. So I hope that you could see my heart and the purpose behind all these things that I've announced in this video, and that I've made these things not only just for myself, but for you guys and for us to also thrive and be successful in this industry together, and not just me, because I don't want to just be the only one reaping the benefits. I want all of you to come with me, and I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Send me some love below. Again, let me know what city you're in. If you plan on going on the retreat or going to Vegas, please holler down below and let me know maybe what other topics that you're interested in hearing from me. I love you so much, and I'll see you back here next week for a new one. Bye.